Everything that we experience in this lifetime is bringing us to this moment, and this moment is sacred because it's this is the present moment, right? In fact, I'm going to show you a present that I got all of you today. Since it's Hump Day, it's Hump Day. All right, here we go. This is your present. This is your present right here. This is it. There is your present. Is this cool? And the present, well, this present is the present moment. And it's you don't know what it's going to hold. You never know what it's going to be in it. But just in case you think that you know what's going to be in the present moment, you don't. You don't. But you get to unwrap it every moment. In this present moment, in this now, I get to say, okay, what's happening in this now? And if I can keep this moment sacred, then I won't make whatever's happening in this now wrong. You know? I could make the fact that I'm starting out and I don't have anyone to like in the chat, I can make that wrong. Well, that's just how it starts. It's just what Spirit told me to do to start. So, okay. If I look at the present moment and I accept it as it is, then anything is possible. What we get stuck is expectations of what the future and now is supposed to look like and what the past was supposed to look like. We get so stuck into expectations. It breeds future resentments about everything. So, all right, let's do this. I'm excited. Like I said, I wrote this letter that I needed to write about the activity in my neighborhood and get this to powers that be and let it go. Let it go, because I cannot help everybody. And I certainly cannot help anyone that doesn't want to get sober or to stop doing what they're doing. So it gets to a point to where you're so self-destructive that you're starting to destruct the community. And then folks have to step in. You know, somebody said something very wise to me, and if I'm trying to think of her name. She lives in San Jose, and she used to be a ballet dancer, but she was also a counselor for troubled teens. And she came to see my stepdaughter. Unfortunately, she passed away very young. But she came to see her when she was 15, and she said something I never forgot. She said, society deals with people who do not follow the rules very sternly. If you do not follow the society rules, like follow the rules, pay your taxes, drive on the right side of the road, all that. If you keep breaking society's rules, they will either put you in a mental institution or a prison. And that's the only two choices, because eventually they will get you off the streets. And that really stuck with me, especially as an educator. So nobody wants to be in either of those places. So understanding that there's a structure of society, and then there's ethics, morals, and a code of ethics that all of us have intuitively within our divine heart, right? So being able to tap into that's where the power comes from. That's where all of the divinity comes from, is being able to step into this present moment, accept it as it is, but also step into the power. This moment, anything could possibly happen because I could do something in this now. I can't do anything in the past or the future, right? But the mind, that's what all stress, by the way, I think is based in time. You think about it, what do you get stressed about? You get stressed about, like right now, I've got a bunch of this full moon. My hair's making me crazy. I've got a cowlick and also a big cut on my head right now from glass coming out of my head from an accident I had 41 years ago. Figure that one out. So let's take a deep breath. Oh, getting warm. Drink lots of water. Lots of solar flares. I watched the eclipse over the full moon as it came up yesterday, which was wonderful. Exciting. Breathe in divine love and breathe out fear. Breathe in divine love. And breathe out time. And breathe in divine love. And breathe out anything that gets in your way at this moment. Who am I? I am Rita Minster, and I was a fifth grade teacher for 20 years in San Jose, California. I am originally from Oklahoma City. I lived in Dallas, Texas, and sold wholesale computer components. And then I moved to San Jose in 2000. In 2021, I moved back to Oklahoma to take care of my mom, and then eventually I had to take care of her estate. So I moved here to Sedona Valley in Cottonwood, 10 miles from Sedona, in August 2022. I bought this property in October. So I am living my dream. I got to retire at age 57. I am financially independent. I'm not rich, but I certainly don't worry about money anymore. And I believe that abundance is a conversation that you have with yourself. And if you want to be abundant, it's about being abundant in all things. I don't buy everything, but I can buy anything I want. I don't want to order everything on the menu, but I order what I really want. And I don't look at luxury things. Like, I don't look at the prices of things when I'm buying. I glance at it. I want to get a good deal usually, but I don't worry about the total when I buy groceries and things like that. That's the luxury of being able to be abundant. And in all the things. Also, I believe that we can all heal from trauma, from childhood, sexual trauma. Everybody has those. And also not good enough. That feeling like I'm not good enough to do whatever it is that you want to do. And that's just not true. It's never been true. So let's do some coding. My dogs are getting excited because I've been gone for a few hours. And yeah, they're excited for the energy. They can feel the energy. All right. Ready? Why did I go live? I went live so that I can help the collective to be happy, to release trauma, to enjoy sex without guilt or pain or any kind of darkness around it, to let go of trauma around family, friends, coworkers, and to master your body mind connection so that you can be healthy and happy and not be a slave to whatever desires. I mean, just because you are just because you have a sweet tooth doesn't mean that you're addicted to sugar, right? Or just because you are a smoke cigarettes, somebody smokes cigarettes once in a while, maybe that's not a huge problem for you. But somebody that smokes several packs a day, it's whatever it is that you're doing that you think you can't do it. It's, somebody said one time, it's what you're obsessed with. It's what you keep thinking all the time. Oh, I want to go do that. I want to go do that. It's what makes you feel normal, right? So when I got addicted to something, like when I addicted to alcohol back in my early 30s, it was to not feel what I was feeling, which was that I lost my family, which I did for a little while anyway. And so, but that depressant makes it worse. And then you have regrets. And then you get in that cycle to where you don't want to feel, but then you do wake up and you feel, and then you don't want to feel again. So yes, this can be really awful. And I will say that alcohol can be a depressant, which makes things worse. For sure. Okay. Take a nice deep breath in. Lucy, hush! Enough! You're like, I went out. Why am I here? Divine calling, to share the love, to share the abundance, to help you be extremely radiant on your own, And how do I do that? I speak light language. I'm a light language activator. I have light codes and symbols. And I also have divine channel messages, oracle reading interpretations, and of course, my mojo and love. It's just in PayPal. Also, I do private sessions. I'm doing a special right now. I'm at $75 an hour, but I'm doing a special right now. It's 2 hours of holographic healing and basically energy clearing. What I really try to focus on with my clients is let's clear the energy out of your sacred body vessel and use some breath work and some techniques so that we can get your energy moving and not spend a lot of time in story. Life situation stories don't always get us to the point to where we can let go of trauma. And that's what it's about, is letting go of the trauma and not just telling the story over and over and over again. You know, I mean, that's what a shrink is for. You tell the story over and over again, but do you let it go? Do you actually get it out of your body? Can you actually say, I'm healed from that? That's the question, right? And that's what it's about. So let's go ahead and I'm going to do some light language and I'll pull the card for the collective. And if nobody shows up, I get to. Nea shia katoa shia nan vatia kakia no vatia tiata. Ooh, shia katia, you know, she do why to why, ya, isha. Yeah, oh, shia, nia, oh, shia. Why do we worry so much? It holds us tightly here and in the mind and in the chest. The solar plexus. Why do we worry so much? You are creating your own reality. So if you are suffering, then you are keeping those dark spaces alive. Open those doors. Go under those beds. Open up. Bring the light. There's lots of noise. Lots of noise right now. This is not a time to listen to noise. This is a time to get clear about your path through the fall into what you're creating. This is time to be clear. This is not a time to shrink. This is not a time to feel bad. You cannot do everything correctly because you're human, but it's okay. It's okay. Do everything with love. Do everything with love. Within your, if you truly have in your heart that you want to help people feel love, then your ancestors, your angels will help you get that message out. And you won't have to be afraid anymore. You don't have to be in a box anymore. Because you freak, flag, and fly. It's okay. A lot of people will not understand you as you start to evolve. It's okay. It isn't about them. It isn't even about you. It's just you're waving. You're waving in a place to where you're creating outside the matrix. You don't have to live inside that duality anymore. You pray for that. You live in joy. You dance. You dance. and you let go of any idea, of any thought. It makes me sad. You let go of any thought that you're better than. It breaks my heart when I see someone who is in touch with their higher self and they sit back and they laugh at human beings who struggle with the egoic mind and with this journey. Don't laugh. What? That's not funny. It's not funny. When someone is broken inside and their solar plexus is full of darkness and they're so afraid, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Hold them. Let them know they're safe and they're loved on this earth. Let them know that God, the angels, and their ancestors are around them at all times. Let them know that there is no reason to be afraid. You are no better. I am no better. I'm just an open channel, that's all. I'm just an open channel. God said, hey, I can use you. You got to get out of the way a little bit, and you have to forgive yourself for all that things you said were unforgivable. And I said, okay. December 2019. I always go back to that because that's when I accepted Jesus washing my feet. That's when I accepted my divine path. That's when I accepted a different reality. And as I listen to my little puppies, and they are hoping I come and spend time with them, and they're used to me spending time with them, I think about the guilt I had with my other puppy when I worked so many hours. I don't regret it because I invested in the lives of children, but oh my God, to live a life where my family and friends, my dogs are first. My life matters. Everyone's life matters. And you're no better than anyone. But if your heart opens, you don't need to be any better than anyone. Just love them. It's okay. Oh, dear God, it's okay. It's okay. You are safe and you are loved. I used to lose my voice all the time, and my dear friend Stu was trying to help me with my voice, and I just started crying because I didn't know how to let go of this trauma around my throat. And we created a game. You are safe and you are loved. Ironic, it was January, and in March of that year, they shut down everything for the pandemic. So I got to the mantra of I am safe and I am loved. Never gotten out of the river now. So, but who cares? I didn't think this would be so personal. Chills. This is what I'm called to do, y'all. That's what I'm called to do. I think I'm supposed to rub my nose. I don't know. All right. I'm going to pull a card for the collective. My goodness. I have been channeling a lot in the last few months. And today's, the energies of today or tomorrow, I'm off the charts. I can't describe how powerful it is. I heard something recently that said the ships are going to be here. I don't know, maybe there might be ships. Maybe they might take us off Gaia. I don't know. It just seems like to me I'm staying around. I'm not going anywhere. Besides, I'm not going out in space. They can't come get you. And imagine that. These folks went up there, tourists. They might be rich, going up to space, and they go, hey, remember you're going to be up there for a month or two? Now you can be there for 5 months. What if you get claustrophobia? You can't get down. You can't walk outside. You walk it off. You think me on a plane to Europe is bad? I just can't imagine. Aw. I guess the collective is doing what I am too, like crying for my baby dog. It's been almost 2 months, and I lost my dog, and I had 11 months. He was a boy dog, and I had a boy dog in 23 years, and he was my Elvis dog. He loved me so much, and I loved him so much, and it healed so much inside of me, and then he died suddenly. And yes, I'm still grieving loss, grief, and surrender. This is for the collective, so I am not the only one grieving at the moment. This is the grief of the collective. So this is what we got, babies. There you go. You ready? This is for the collective, and remember, we are all one heart, one mind in the divinity of Christ consciousness. So tears, loss, grief, this fairy is for you. It looks like maybe fireflies. Oh, no, dewdrop fairy. The dewdrop fairy transmutes sorrow into blissful moments and lighthearted memories. That was my morning for sure. Tears are the diamonds of the soul and an expression of love lost. How good does it feel after a big cry? The dewdrop fairy encourages you to willingly weep your disenchantment so that you can rise renewed and ready to soar once more. This ending may be an unfulfilled promise of a relationship, missed opportunity, or the passing of a loved one or a puppy. Whatever the loss, cry as many tears as long as you need until you feel it is time to resurface and fly on the wings of love again. I've got a new puppy too, so there's a lot of love. Universal duality creates balance. Boy, that is hard to think of. I love duality when it's all positive, but when it's negative, whatever. Universal duality creates balance. Trust in divine timing and the natural cycle of ending and beginnings. The dewdrop fairy supports you through the seasons so you can adapt and accept your blossoming pathway with flexibility and vision. Vulnerability, forgiveness, compassion, heal hearts. Be gentle with yourself as you alchemize sadness into freedom from emotional pain. Emotional suffering may become poison if it is buried. Consequently, I can't say that word today. Consequentially, a release is essential and healthy. Softly let it go. Submit to the power of peace. Holding on to it will only hurt you in the long run. Shift judgment and see the reality of the situation without blame or shame so that you may love again. Carefree and full of glorious glee, rise and shine your heart light for all to see. Here's your affirmation. I freely release with compassion. Oh, that's a good card. Oh, my goodness. Beautiful transmission today. If you got something from this video, please leave a message and say thanks. Or, anything, any reaction, like and subscribe is great. But if you were like, you know what, that resonated with me, anything at all, it's always great. Feedback's great. I love an audience because I'm a teacher. All right, let's do this. Mindfulness moment. Breathe in divine love. Hold it. And breathe out fear. Breathe in divine love. Hold it. And breathe out everything we don't want that we're going to release under this full moon. I highly encourage you to write down anything you're letting go of. Burn it under the full moon. Set the intention. Let it go. Let it go. Let it all go. You are divinely protected. You are grounded into Mother Gaia, and you are divinely protected by your angels, archangels, at all moments. You're never alone. I'm here to be of service to the grand rising, awakening of the new earth. I'm here for y'all. Namaste, y'all. Namaste.